So today we're going to continue our journey through Windsward, past that level 9. What else is there for this territory, and what makes this territory one of the best territories to start your time in Eternum for open beta as well as launch. So let's get into that right now. As you're making your way over to the west side of Windsward, you're going to find a shrine. And on top of that, you'll actually find the Fisherman's Bend. So this is one of these story areas. You'll find a guy on this little dock, and you will actually grab a few story missions from him as he talks to you about the story. Now I have completed, I don't know where this guy's at. He should be here. Maybe he disappears afterwards, but you can actually do some rare fishing here as well. This is dictated by that octagonal shape here, or hexagonal shape, sorry. Make sure to look out for those as they provide a indicator for you to understand that this is a hotspot for fishing. So you can get a decent amount of fish here that you probably want to get other areas, and you can also get, you know, those fish hammers and everything else. So check out those and make sure to know where they're at. On top of that, as we go north here, you will find a ton of hemp. So there's a little route that we can take when we grab this hemp. So let me mark it out for you. So we'll start here, and we'll go up to here. We'll go around here, all the way across, and back through, and around the corrupted area here. And you kind of make the big loop that I've shown there. So that will get you the most hemp as well. There are buffalo around here if you have the level to skin them, as well as bushes, trees. There's some herbs around this area as well, and there's briar. So briar actually makes a mana pot. So if you're looking for mana potions, definitely grab some of those. Rivercrest is also a good find for those water motes, as well as the Rivercrest stems. So those also make potions, regular health potions, as well as some other ones down the line as well. As well as the herbs and the trees and the bushes and the hemp, you will find yourself in front of some petal cap. So petal cap is used for a story mission. It is one of the most valuable resources to find early, because if you post it to the trade post in Everfall, you will actually make a decent amount of coin, because people will not know where to find it. They will, you know, look at some guides, but in all honesty, people will just be lazy and buy it from the trade post. So catch into that and take advantage of those people that do not know where petal cap is at, and you'll be making some decent coin off of those people. As you travel west from that settlement, you'll be actually finding yourself in Grenville. So Grenville has a great amount of resources for cooking. If you are looking for, you know, any sort of material to cook, you can come here, kill some corrupted on your way through it, but you will actually find some barley, some corn, some squash, potentially some pumpkins, a bunch of, you know, stuff that will get you up the tier for cooking that you will not find a lot of other places. And the abundance in Grenville is very, very high. So make sure to come here if you're looking for any sort of cooking supplies. As well, you can go up and run a route for Greenville in a circle, make your way up to Cooper's Ranch. It has a bunch of barley and a lot of other things there. So continuing what I was going to say about cooking materials, there are actually a bunch here in Moe's Farm. So you can, you know, stop by those ones that we talked about previously, as well as stopping here, killing off some of the corrupted, and getting your materials for what you need to cook. So some blueberries. So make sure you're making your way towards any farm, and you should be able to find all of the provisionary materials that you need to make what you want. As well, in Moe's Farm, we have found a supply stockpile. So check this out. These are usually good to gain weapons and some armor in certain cases. So we actually got a pretty solid rapier for the cleric. So it's got that crit, it's got that focus and con. Make sure you're checking this out if you need some weaponry. So yeah, Moose Farm is a great spot to find stuff. We've actually just found 3 crates in total. We've got a well for water as well, and all the corn you could possibly need to craft any sort of meal that you will be needing in your time in Eternum. That will cover all of the cooking materials that you should need when leveling in Windsward. So we have made our way into Buccaneer Falls. Here you will find a bunch of lost as well as crocodiles or alligators. So you'll find these here. You can also see some star metal there, so a little bit higher level mining material there. So we'll search through here. I think there's a few chests that you can find. Yep, little crates here that you can find throughout your little journey here. You also have some water motes that you can mine through the springstone. So this will give you that tier 3 lodestone that is definitely used for those potions. So tier 3 potions, you can use that. So make sure to keep those in mind and take advantage of those stones. So Buccaneer Falls is pretty big. So make sure you're, searching every single shack and house that you find. There are a ton of chests, materials. You could grab some weaponry through those chests, as well as those notes over there as we see there. You can grab those, get some XP, find out some lore about the area itself, as well as some things in Eternum that you might not know. So a little bit to the southwest of the territory, you're going to find Falls Watch. It's got a few ancients here that you can actually, come up, take down really quick, and it's actually got 2 crates. So let's check out what you can get from those. The big crate will potentially have, gear or something important from it. You've got some arrows from it, and let's see what the supply crate got. So yeah, a good spot to find some materials there. On the back side of Falls Watch, make sure to grab this little note. You'll find yourself some XP as well as a little bit of lore, and there is one missing as well, so go ahead and find that in this area somewhere. Definitely no gear here that we found so far. You also got some shock bubbles as well, or bulbs, sorry, shock bulbs, as well as the life bloom for those pots. Let's continue on. So as you are leaving the north side of Windsward, you will actually find some petal cap here as well. We've talked about it before, but make sure you grab all the petal cap you can find, as well as there's one on the hill, and probably a few more throughout this forest and down to the left or west. So as we're again making our way north, you'll find a little area up here that has some lost at it. It's called the Cannon Tomb. On top of that, you will find your first expedition called the Amrine Excavation. It is the first and lowest level expedition you will find in your time in Eternum. So on top of the Amrine Excavation, you will find Amrine Temple. Here you will find a ton of ancient foes, as well as some crates, some blueberries, which are high in abundance here. There are a good route of, if you follow, kind of the radius outside of the actual temple itself, you can find a crap ton of blueberries here, as we have found ourselves. We've got about 18 here. You could probably get about 100 or 100 plus, if not more, if you continually farm this area. There's also pale coney rabbits that you can skin. So you'll be doing a few quests here. If you do start in this area, I do highly recommend that you stay here. This is one of the best areas in my opinion, just based on the amount of resources that you can find in abundance in small, very small radiuses, so that you don't have to, go on these big, long journeys to find stuff. You'll be finding a bunch of that cooking stuff in the farms and everywhere else that you can search. As well, you can find all of the crafting materials for clothing and the mine for gathering your materials that you can go to. In this area has a ton of iron. This area in general just has a ton of materials, so use it to your advantage. At the top here, we've got one of the mid-level quests that you will find yourself doing. You've got 3 guys here that you have to kill. get these guys down. After that, you've got 2 guards here. I'll chunk these guys down real quick using that hatchet. Boop. Perfect, we got a drop there. You got 3 guards, 5 guards in total. And we've got Alistor the Vigilant. This guy's pretty chunky at lower levels. As you can see, he's doing a decent amount of damage to me, even at 43. So pay attention to your health and definitely come here with a group if you can. If not, definitely have your potions ready. He can wield and deal some damage. You'll go through there for that quest. You'll find yourself placing a key and gathering the next step in your quest. As well, don't forget about the ancient chest. It's kind of hidden here. So grab that, as well as the note to my right. Great way to continue the story, continue those things that you don't know. As well, you'll get XP for grabbing it. So as you're making your way down to the east here, you will find yourself at Stoneview Seabreak. So this is kind of a endless bridge that you'll find a ton of ancients at. You'll find a few chests up there to loot, as well as some watercrest. And as we make our way this way, we'll find an elite at the end of this bridge. Now, this elite has a chest that you can actually get gear from. So if you are of the level of about 21, you should be able to solo this content. If not, even sooner, depending on how many people you have with you, or if you are soloing it. So let's kill these guys off and show you guys some of the stuff here. It's kind of a tucked away spot, so definitely grab this ancient coffer. This will give you stuff, some materials. At the end of here, we've got the Star Stream Regent. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kill this guy real quick. And he even dropped us something. Ooh, what do we got? Focus and strength, solid. So definitely come here, do this, grab this ancient chest. As well, we have a second chest that we can grab. So that should give you an item of some sort, whether it be weapon or gear. Let's kill off the rest of these guys at the end of this bridge. And let's get ourselves something else. This looks like a regular one. Yep, we're gonna get some arrows. So good way to gather a few more materials for your journey along in Windsward. As well, there is another area to the south of Stoneview called Breakwater Bulwark. So this is another area with ancients. You've got a few guys here and a big old chest, as you can see in the background. We just need to get these guys out of the way so that we can loot it for you guys. And let's see what we can get from here. So we've got an ancient chest. Let's see what we can get. Sweet. So you can get 2 weapons, probably a weapon and a piece of armor as well. Great spot, really easy to clear. Might as well take advantage of it, right? So as we make our way north from that Stoneview Seabreak, we'll find ourselves in the Pride of Puckett, as well as Hecker's Haven. So these are 2 areas filled with Lost, and the Hecker's Haven in general has a elite alligator as well as an elite mob. So definitely come here if you are, of the level of 25 or above. It is a little difficult to kill the alligator down here, so definitely bring a buddy with you if you have one. If not, you could probably use some kiting to get past his attacks. But let's go into here and see what we can find. As we run up these docks, we've got a few little shacks here that you can go into, grab yourself some chests, kill off the Lost up here, and get yourself some loot. There's also a quest line that gets you through here as well, so if you don't have that already, make sure you level up the Windsward quest line to gather the gunpowder crates for that quest. As well, if we actually backtrack here a little bit, it looks like we've got a big chest in here, so this will be the first of many in this area. We've got a few mobs here, and we've got a named boss. So we're gonna do Swaggle, what is this guy's name? Swoggle Smear here, as we tank everything in this little area. Make sure that you are taking out the mobs before you attack him, obviously. I'm a higher level, so don't want to get you caught out if you don't have to. As well, it looks like that these guys actually didn't enrage at all, so come and grab your loot. Let's see what we can get. We've got a provision crate, bunch of stuff there for you. Got some silver ore that you can grab. As well, we've got a big supply stockpile. Sweet. We actually got a blue out of that. Look at that. We've got a blue rapier. Solid. So definitely come check this area out if you haven't yet. It can gather a bunch of stuff already. Let's continue on. We found our first note. So on that dock that you first go up, you kind of run towards the waterfall. You'll find it here in that corner. Make sure to grab that. All right, so once you get past these docks, we have got a little opening here with a fortress. We'll go into Hacker's Haven in a second, but there is actually, if you hang a left, some silver ore, some blight for that soul moat. As well, there's a guy here standing over a provisions stockpile. Let's see what we can get from this. Some pretty solid stuff. Look at all that. So make sure that you hang a left and grab all that. All right, so let's make our way into Hacker's Haven, into this inner area over here. Ooh, blue drop. Perfect. So this area does have some decently high mobs. So make sure that you do bring a buddy if you do have it. If not, be very careful going through here. You can get gunned down pretty easy. But let's clear out a few guys here. We've got some crates to pick up as well. Let's see what we can get. Boom, a few sand flax there and some weak solvent. So there's some guys standing up here. Let's clear them out as well. There's another crate here for you to grab. Grab some more provisions as well. You can go over there. There's some silver for you to pick up. Finish off some of these guys here. You will find yourself in the cave with your boy, Swivel Shot Plank Splitter. What a name, right? So all these guys are Swivel Shot. We'll kill off the Plank Splitter in a second and kill these berserks, as well as this guy down here because he likes to catch some hands. It is a little dark in here, so if you do have, your brightness down, be careful of taking a wrong step, as I may do right here. We're gonna back up. We'll go this way. We'll find the lights. So let's go after Swivel Shot. So as I, went through...
Son of a... Are you kidding me, dude?
We can clear out these guys again as I got kind of booted down to the bottom. This mother trucker. So we found him again. He has that AoE attack. He had his electric aura on him. There we go. You see it debuffs my damage to him significantly, even though that I am about 12 levels above him. It still took a little bit of damage to kill him, so we got a soaked rapier from him. Make sure to not get hit by those anchor hits that he can do. They can deal some crazy amounts of damage. Definitely put up your brightness here. It is a little hard to see, as I stated before. Let's kill these guys off and go grab that elite chest up top. All right, so we finally made it. Let's grab this supply stockpile. Look at that. We got some gear and some weak solvent. As well, if you actually drop down here, I know it is a little dark, so apologies for that, but there is a note that you find to further that. As well, there's some silver ore for you to gather, and there's a decent amount here, right? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. I think there's about 4 in this area. As well, towards the entrance, there are a few that you can find to round out Hacker's Haven. Now, we will actually be exiting Hacker's Haven and going into the left side of it, and we'll find ourselves 2 elites, that alligator, as I talked about, and the sentry named Elite. So make sure that you are gathering the Springstone as well as the Blightstone over there. You've got also another ore of silver here, here, and here. So a bunch of great stuff to find here. As well, we can find a note, and we have some star metal, and here is the mob. We've got Susanna and her master, First Mate Misher. Let's take down Susanna first. You can actually pull her without triggering Mr. First Mate Misher. So let's kill this off first so that we do not have to deal with him and her at the same time. You can also skin Susanna if you want to, and you'll get some red meat as well as that raw hide. And let's kill off Mr. First Mate Misher. pretty easy stuff, right? You don't want to pull them at the same time. The alligators do have some bite to them. That rounds us off for our time in Hecker's Haven, as well as Pride of Puget. Hopefully you enjoyed this area, as it gives a bunch of stuff that you can't find anywhere else. So as you can see here, we actually have a rare fishing spot. So the broad fishing hotspot is here south of Stoneview. So check this out. Great way to get some fish, as I missed completely. And I landed it in the hotspot. Easy peasy. Let's see what we can find. Let's see. Oh, he's fighting. He's fighting. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. He's a strong boy. Strong boy. There we go. We got a large cod. Holy crap. 45 pounds. My guy's buff as hell. Look at that. So to conclude the video, I would say Windsward is one of the best starting zones, and I could see people even remaking their characters just to get here and spawn up and start their time in Eternum. There's so many areas that you can find for crafting and, you know, cooking, as well as fishing and loot that is very easy to kill off in the content that you go through. A lot of great stuff within Windsward. So make sure if you do end up here, check out some of the things that we have talked about. Make sure that you are finding those areas that you haven't seen before and getting the loot that you want, and as well the XP that you will need to continue your journey on Eternum. And as always, if you did enjoy this video and my insights into Windsward, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and like this video for more starting territories for you guys coming up soon. I have done First Light, and now we have done Windsward. We also are going into Monarch's Bluff as well as Everfall, so definitely stay tuned and look out for those. In addition, I will be revisiting my Kraken build for a V2 cover, as well as some other new builds that I see coming to fruition in open beta as well as at launch. So make sure to stay tuned for that and more New World content coming soon. As well, my streams will actually be starting up again for open beta, so make sure you're there. Follow the link below. It'll start on 9/9 at around 5 or 6 p.m. depending on how work actually goes at that time. So I am actually a full-time designer as well, so 9 to 5 is my work hours for that. But after those hours, I am free to game as much as I want, so stay tuned for that open beta launch. I will be streaming all night on the 9th, so definitely check me out there. And that'll do it. Peace, guys. So today we're gonna canoe? We're canoeing. Shit, I didn't know we were canoeing. I don't have my swimsuit on.